In today's video, 10 worst foods for high blood pressure, we're about to chart a course through the hidden perils of our everyday meals. Astonishingly, the latest research from the American Heart Association reveals that nearly half of American adults, that's a staggering 116 million, grapple with high blood pressure. Globally, the numbers are equally concerning, with an estimated 1.28 billion adults aged 30 to 79 years worldwide living with hypertension. This silent scourge is often underestimated, yet it heightens the risk of heart disease and stroke, the world's leading causes of death. It's imperative now more than ever to uncover these stealthy dietary foes. Before we expose the high-pressure foods on our list, take a moment to fortify your health arsenal. Hit like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to join our community in pursuit of wellness. Stay vigilant with us until the end, where two special gifts await, arming you with additional defenses in this essential battle for your heart's health. Salted snacks claim the 10th spot on our list, notorious for their high sodium content. Just an ounce of some popular chips can contain as much as 200 milligrams of sodium, rapidly accumulating toward the American Heart Association's recommended daily limit of 2,300 milligrams, aiming ideally for no more than 1,500 milligrams for optimal heart health. The real concern with these snacks is their silent contribution to hypertension, with nearly half of American adults dealing with high blood pressure, a condition that the CDC confirms as a primary or contributing cause in over 500,000 deaths in the U.S. annually. The excess sodium from a bag of chips isn't just a drop in the bucket. Choosing to indulge in these salty treats can lead to a domino effect on your health. As sodium intake climbs, so does blood volume, creating an onslaught against the cardiovascular system. This not only raises blood pressure but also taxes the heart and vessels, setting the stage for long-term health complications. Fortunately, you have the power to change the narrative. Reach for snacks that are low in sodium and high in potassium, which can help to balance and lower blood pressure. Snacking on a handful of unsalted almonds or a crisp apple can be a deliciously wise move for your heart and blood pressure. Hovering at number 9 are vegetable oils, a staple in many kitchens, yet their health implications are far from straightforward. The term vegetable might imply health, but let's peel back the layers. Many of these oils boast a high content of omega-6 fatty acids, nutrients we need but often overconsume. The AHA suggests an omega-6 to omega-3 ratio of about 4:1:1:1 for cardiovascular health. Yet Western diets report staggering averages closer to 16:1, exacerbating the risk of inflammation and subsequently raising blood pressure. The integrity of these oils is another red flag. Processing exposes them to heat, light, and oxygen, leading to oxidation. This isn't just a slight alteration, but a fundamental change in their chemistry that has serious implications for our cardiovascular system. When these oils oxidize, they contribute to arterial stiffness. Think of a flexible straw versus a rigid pipe. One can handle pressure while the other cracks. Moreover, lurking within these oils are trans fats, notorious for their cardiovascular risks. These fats are not just implicated in the development of heart disease, but are also known culprits in increasing blood pressure. The FDA has recognized the danger, resulting in a ban on artificial trans fats, which is being phased in. Select smarter fats for a healthier heart. Ditch omega-6 heavy vegetable oils for heart-healthy choices like extra virgin olive oil or Real butter. These not only improve taste, but also provide nutrients like polyphenols, which can help lower blood pressure. Careful selection of cooking oils isn't just culinary art. It's a proactive step toward keeping your heart beating at a calm and steady pace. Alcohol's role at number 8 on our list is marked by its social allure, but also by its potentially perilous effects on blood pressure. The National Institutes of Health cautions that consistent alcohol consumption above recommended limits can lead to an average increase of 1 millimeter of mercury in blood pressure for each 10 grams of alcohol consumed. Considering that each standard drink has about 14 grams of alcohol, moderation is key. International studies note that excessive alcohol intake is implicated in 16% of hypertension cases globally. Furthermore, The Journal of the American College of Cardiology warns that binge drinking can cause a temporary spike in blood pressure, and habitual overindulgence may precipitate long-term hypertension. To mitigate these risks, guidelines suggest limiting intake to moderate levels, up to 1 drink per day for women and 2 for men. For those with existing hypertension or concerns about blood pressure, even more restraint or abstention may be advisable. Reducing alcohol intake can lead to a meaningful decrease of 2 to 4 millimeters of mercury in systolic pressure, as documented by a Journal of Human Hypertension meta-analysis. Thus, drinking in moderation, savoring each beverage, and opting for several alcohol-free days each week can be effective strategies for maintaining a healthy blood pressure. Caffeine, at our 7th slot, is the stimulant of choice for many, yet it can pose a challenge to blood pressure control. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that an acute intake of 200 milligrams of caffeine, about the amount in 2 standard cups of coffee, can cause an average increase in blood pressure of 8 to 10 millimeters of mercury for systolic and around 6 millimeters of mercury for diastolic, with effects noticeable up to 3 hours after consumption. A pivotal study by Cornelis et al. In Hypertension unveiled that individuals with a genetic variant associated with slower caffeine metabolism experienced greater blood pressure responses to caffeine compared to those without the variant, underlining the personal variability in caffeine's hypertensive effects. The Mayo Clinic advises that individuals with hypertension, or those who find their blood pressure sensitive to caffeine, consider moderating their intake to below 200 milligrams per day and explore decaffeinated options. This evidence-based approach encourages those who enjoy caffeinated beverages to understand their personal tolerance and adapt their intake accordingly, thereby enjoying the benefits of caffeine while minimizing its impact on blood pressure. As we navigate the aisles of convenience in our grocery stores, the humble can may catch our eye, offering a quick fix to the daily grind of food preparation. Yet, beneath the metal lids and colorful labels lies a hidden challenge to our health: excessive sodium. In fact, according to a survey by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, over 75% of the sodium Americans consume comes from processed and packaged foods, which includes our number 6, canned foods. Let's unravel the story of canned foods, contributing to an environment where nearly 1 in 3 American adults suffers from high blood pressure. Canned goods epitomize the modern demand for convenience, but this convenience may come at a steep price for those monitoring their blood pressure. The FDA highlights that the average sodium content in canned vegetables can hover between 300 to 600 milligrams per half-cup serving. Research published in the Journal of Nutrition draws a direct correlation between sodium-laden diets and an average systolic blood pressure increase of about 5.6 millimeters of mercury when juxtaposed with low-sodium counterparts. To navigate this hidden salt mine, vigilant label reading is imperative. Look for cans marked low sodium, or, better yet, switch allegiance to the fresh produce section or the freeze aisle for your vegetable needs. And there's more that you can do. A simple act like rinsing your canned beans or vegetables under water can strip away up to 40% of the sodium content, as per insights from the Journal of the Science of Food and Agriculture. Such a move not only slashes sodium intake, but also paves the way towards a diet that favors the fresh and the nutritious. Your vascular system's allies in the fight against hypertension. On our list, pickled foods at number 5 may often be lauded for their tangy taste and long shelf life, but they also carry health implications that are not immediately apparent. Beyond the flavorful zing, there lies a silent issue: sodium. One study that delves into the details of sodium content in pickled foods was conducted by the Center for Science and the Public Interest, which reported that a single dill pickle spear can indeed contain upwards of 300 milligrams of sodium. To put this in perspective, eating just 4 of these spears would equate to more than half of the maximum recommended daily sodium intake of 2,300 milligrams, beyond which negative health impacts are observed. But the concerns with pickled foods do not stop at sodium. The American Institute for Cancer Research has highlighted the presence of nitrates in pickled foods, which can convert to potentially harmful compounds called nitrosamines, some of which have been linked to cancer in lab animals. In a study published in the Journal of Nutrition, Researchers found that a high intake of pickled foods could contribute to elevated blood pressure, particularly in at-risk populations. The study examined over 2,000 participants and concluded that those with a higher consumption of pickled foods had systolic blood pressure readings that were on average 3.7 millimeters of mercury higher than those who consumed the least. To combat this, consider pickling at home with significantly less salt, which can decrease the sodium content by up to 50%. Moreover, utilizing natural pickling agents like apple cider vinegar not only imbues flavors but also provides health benefits, such as antioxidant properties, without the high sodium risks associated with traditional brining solutions. Ranked number 4. Soft drinks pose a deceptively sweet threat to health, particularly regarding blood pressure. The average 12-ounce can of soda comes with an alarming 39 grams of sugar, which equates to about 9.75 teaspoons. To illustrate the impact, a meta-analysis published in the BMJ examined the relationship between sugar-sweetened beverages and blood pressure among more than 240,000 participants and found a consistent association between the intake of these drinks and the incidence of hypertension. Additionally, caffeine, another active ingredient in many soft drinks, can cause short-term spikes in blood pressure. A study found that consuming 250 milligrams of caffeine, the amount in about 2.5 cans of some soft drinks, could raise systolic blood pressure by 8 millimeters of mercury and diastolic pressure by 6 millimeters of mercury. A health-conscious swap would be to choose naturally flavored seltzers or to infuse water with fruits and herbs. This approach not only avoids the immediate blood pressure concerns associated with sugar and caffeine, but also contributes to a healthier lifestyle overall. These alternatives offer the satisfaction of a fizzy drink without compromising vascular health, making them an excellent choice for maintaining a balanced diet and a steady blood pressure. At number 3, the often overlooked store-bought salad dressings command our attention for their surprisingly high sodium and sugar content. While your greens are a vessel for nutrition, the dressing on top might be pouring on problems. A mere 2 tablespoon serving can deliver upwards of 300 to 500 milligrams of sodium. When it comes to sugar, some dressings pack in as much as 4 to 5 grams per serving, edging you closer to the American Heart Association's advised limit of no more than 36 grams for men and 25 grams for women daily. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition elucidates the potential danger, with studies showing individuals consuming high-sodium diets have a 25% greater risk of developing hypertension compared to those with lower sodium intake. Embracing homemade dressings using ingredients like extra virgin olive oil, which a study in Nutrition Reviews found could reduce systolic blood pressure by an average of 3.5 millimeters of mercury, can be a simple yet effective swap for heart health. Navigating the journey from salad dressings, we find ourselves confronting the often contentious ingredient lurking in many processed products. At number 2, MSG or monosodium glutamate. Commonly found in the very dressings we drape over our salads for added flavor, MSG brings us to an important discussion on its role in blood pressure health. Despite MSG's FDA status as a generally recognized as safe or GRAS ingredient, its impact on health, particularly blood pressure, remains a contentious topic. Notably, the detailed study published in the Nutrition Journal found a significant correlation between high MSG intake and increased blood pressure. This study observed that adults consuming the highest levels of MSG had a 30% higher risk of developing hypertension compared to those with the lowest consumption rates. With the ubiquity of MSG under various aliases, such as hydrolyzed vegetable protein, autolyzed yeast, and soy extracts, conscious consumers are tasked with carefully examining product labels. Understanding the different guises under which MSG can appear is vital for those looking to manage their sodium intake and maintain heart health. Embracing fresh ingredients, crafting homemade dressings, focusing on whole foods, cooking at home, and choosing smart snacks are all practical steps that can significantly reduce MSG consumption. These habits not only help in controlling blood pressure but also promote overall well-being, demonstrating the profound benefits of a mindful approach to eating. Get ready to uncover the stealthy culprit at the top of our list, a familiar favorite that could be nudging your blood pressure higher. Stay tuned as we reveal the #1 food that may be undermining your heart health. Are you prepared for the big reveal? Cured meats claim the notorious top spot on our list of foods that can aggravate blood pressure concerns. These meats, including popular choices like bacon, salami, and hot dogs, are not just loaded with sodium. They're also packed with preservatives and additives that can have a profound impact on cardiovascular health. The single serving of cured meat can contain significant amounts of sodium, often exceeding 20% of the recommended daily limit. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 2,300 milligrams a day, and moving toward an ideal limit of 1,500 milligrams per day for most adults. Regular consumption of these meats can contribute to chronic high blood pressure due to the body's increased need to deal with the excess sodium, which can lead to fluid retention and additional strain on blood vessel walls. Moreover, cured meats typically contain sodium nitrite, which helps prevent the growth of bacteria and gives the meats their characteristic flavor and pink color. However, during cooking, sodium nitrite can react with naturally occurring amines in the meat to form nitrosamines, compounds of concern for their potential carcinogenicity, and which may also negatively affect blood vessel health. Research published in Circulation suggests that processed meats can contribute to heart disease, with one notable study revealing a 12% increase in heart disease risk for each additional 50 grams of processed meat consumed daily. In seeking healthier alternatives, consider fresh, lean cuts of meat and prepare them at home. If the flavor of cured meats is what you crave, experiment with seasoning blends and smoking techniques that can impart a similar taste without the health risks. Additionally, many markets now offer nitrate-free or reduced sodium versions of traditional cured meats, offering a compromise for those who want to indulge occasionally without significantly impacting their health. And there you have it, a deep dive into the foods that might be sneaking onto your plate and stealthily raising your blood pressure. Knowledge is your first line of defense in maintaining a healthy heart and a vibrant lifestyle. Remember, moderation is key, and with a few smart swaps, you can enjoy all the flavors you love without compromising your well-being. Now, if you found this information valuable and you're keen on taking control of your health, don't keep this journey a solo endeavor. Join our community by hitting that like button. Subscribe and ring the notification bell to stay updated with our latest content that's crafted with your health and wellness in mind. And we're all about sharing not just knowledge, but also gifts. Check the description box below for not one, but 2 amazing free gifts waiting just for you. They're our way of saying thank you for being part of our journey towards healthier living. Before you go, drop a comment below sharing your own tips for keeping your blood pressure in check, or any insights you've gained from our discussion today. Your input could be the beacon that guides someone else to better health. Thank you for watching, and here's to your health.